right, well, good way to start off the video. Blew a tire here on the seed tender. I was taking some empty boxes back to the co-op, and on my way back, I thought I saw chunks of tire or something coming off the back tire, or the tire on the seed tender here, and I didn't really know what it was. It didn't look like the tire was blown out from the road when I was driving, so I got pulled off onto the gravel and looked, and yeah, missing some tread. It's still holding air, it's leaking, but it's holding it. It didn't actually blow out all the way, so I just drove it the rest of the way home. So we don't have a spare tire for this thing, but I think my car trailer has the same. Ooh, no, my car trailer does not have the same bolt pattern now that I'm looking at it, so I'm gonna have to try and find, I don't know, I'm gonna see if I have a wheel somewhere that's gonna fit. If not, we might just have to take the seed tender and park just on the yard here. And we might just have to fill up on the yard, and that way we're not driving this with this tire blown out. We don't really have much left to go. Dad's working on a quarter right now. He's over half done with that. He'll be done with that here in a couple hours. And then we got an 80 left to do today. And then we got 50 acres here at home that we're maybe just gonna wait till tomorrow to do. So he can come home and fill up before he goes to that 80. Won't be too big of a deal if he has to come here. Wait till tomorrow to do that 50 acres here at home. So it's an 8-lug wheel. My car trailer is only a 5-lug. But I checked the pattern, and it's kind of hard to get a measurement with the wheel still on it, but it looks like it's 8 by 6.5, which is actually the same bolt pattern as my pickup. So I've got a couple sets of tires for it, so I might see if I got a rim that'll bolt on for my pickup. Okay, well, I pulled out one of my old pickup tires. It's definitely bigger than the ones on there, which is probably fine for just a day or two here, but I actually have another idea. I'm wondering if it's the same size as our gooseneck trailer. We have a spare tire for our gooseneck trailer, so if it's the same bolt pattern as that, I might be able to make that work. Okay, quick measurement. That's 8 by 6.5. I'm pretty sure that's 8 by 6.5. So I think it'll work. The only thing is this is a dually wheel, so you can see it sticks out quite a bit. So it'll definitely look a little bit goofy on there, but I'm not too worried about that. I just want to be able to drive this thing, would be nice. So I'm gonna get that changed out. So I don't know if you guys can see, but we got a slight air leak coming from right about here. I'll pull the air out of it so that it doesn't blow up on me. This little tool is handy. It can remove the valves out for if you want to air out tires. And this side pulls caps off on your inside duals, like on your semis and semi-trailers and stuff. You can stick in and take the caps off without having to try and reach your finger through the wheel. And there we go, it makes quick work of deflating tires. Okay, there we go. Like I said, it definitely sticks out a ways, but it's gonna work, hopefully. There's enough clearance. It's a little tight there, so hopefully it doesn't rub on the fender there, but it should be fine, hopefully. Should get us by at least here for a day or two. All right, and anyone who has a forklift knows this is exactly where they sit when they run out of propane, right when you're in the middle of doing something. Back, I blew a tire. All right, Rick's gonna take that tire down. We'll see if our tire guy's around to get that fixed or not. Not too big of a deal if he isn't. Like I said, I got this spare one working, but might as well take it down there so that hopefully we get it back here in a day or two. Okay, I just got Dad filled up with the last 2 boxes of seed for the year. I also got all of our Wiffles corn boxes flipped and ready to go back on a truck. And Dad is just finishing up that 80. There's only 10 acres left when I filled them up. So he's gonna get that finished, and he said he's gonna start here at home. So we might actually get done with beans tonight if all goes well and we get it done tonight. Otherwise, if we run a little short or something, we'll just wait and we'll just finish it off in the morning. Okay, Dad is out with the planter right now, getting started here this morning. He only had about 15 acres left or whatever last night, but he wanted to wait and finish it here this morning. So he's out doing that right now. I just went and got the new tire from the tire shop. So I'm gonna get this switch back on there. And then I'm gonna throw some of the empty boxes that go back to the co-op on here and take back. We got 8 of them, so I'm just gonna make 2 trips. And that'll be it for Plant 2025. Won't be long and we're gonna start spraying post. Okay, it's been a couple days. I've been working on just a little bit of dirt work around the cattle yard and stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the skid loader here cleaned up because we're done being in the cattle yard with it for a while. The bale processor we're done using for the year, so I'm gonna get that washed up, and the bucket, whatever here's, get that washed up too. Then I'm gonna grab our 7110 Magnum and bring over here and wash that. And then Dad's running the box blade yet in the cattle yard, but when he gets done with that, he's got the 7140. I'm gonna bring that over here and wash that as well. One more thing to add to these Magnums. I got this one mostly cleaned up, so I got something here I'm going to add. This is from Farm Sip Supreme. There's his logo. They're a replacement cup holder for these Magnums, because if you have one of these Magnums, you know the cup holders in these suck from the factory. So these have a cup holder, and they've got a little phone holder on them. If you don't want the phone holder, you can get it without, or you can get a storage bin there. And it's got a charger right here on the front. It's got USB-A and USB-C. And believe it or not, these tractors have a little accessory plug right underneath the cup holder here. I'm not really sure why, but they do. And these cup holders come pre-wired with the plug-in, weather pack plug-in to put on there. And then they just 3M tape down inside the slot here. So I'm gonna get that put in. Okay, I got the cup holder in here. Fit pretty good. I had to trim a little bit on this one. I did that one too, and that one fit in just fine. So anyway, got it put in. It's on keyed power. Turn the key on, and the light turns on, and it's got a phone holder on it. And it's got like a bigger, deeper cup holder here, and then a little bit shallower, more standard size cup holder here. And anyway, I think that should be really nice, way better than the little cup holders that come in these things. So originally from the factory, that slot just has this tray. There actually wasn't even a cup holder in these at all. And then there's an add-on option that Case had that fit into that same tray. And they gave you this for a cup holder, which this hole is just about the right size for pop can, unless you have a koozie on it, then it barely fits in there. And this one's too big, so then it doesn't hold your drink at all, so it could spill easy if it's just a standard size pop can. So those are a huge improvement over one of these. We got the Magnums all cleaned up here the last couple days. They are looking pretty nice. Just this morning brought the baler back home. We keep it in another shed, and so we're gonna get that hooked up here probably this afternoon or sometime. We're also gonna take the windrower and get that put out front here. I think Dad's gonna wash that this afternoon, and then we can get that hooked up. And then this morning on the 756, a feed wagon tractor, we had the alternator was going out on it. We tested it this morning and it was not charging. We went to the dealer and went and got a new one. So we're gonna put that on, and then we noticed the belt was getting worn, so we got a new belt to throw on there too.
Just like that.
Ooh, sparky. All right, let's see if everything's working now. So there you go. If you didn't know, that's how you can check to see if an alternator is charging. Take a pair of pliers or usually a screwdriver or something like that, and if you hold on the back there, it should magnetize to the alternator if the alternator is charging. The old one was not doing that. Or the correct way to do it is take a multimeter and just see what it's reading, hook to the positive, and put your ground lead, just ground it to the alternator and see what it shows for a voltage. It should show about 14.4. The old one was showing only about 12, which is what was in the batteries, so it wasn't actually charging anything. So there you go. Oh man, I gotta raise the hitch up. Okay, Dad is washing the windrower right now. We just put behind the 1256 for now so we don't get the 7110 all dirty washing this. Now that I got the baler hooked up here, I'm just gonna go into the monitor and get things changed over because it's still set up for corn stalks, I think. So I'll go to my bale size. So you're at 66. I'm gonna bump that up to, I think 70 is what we've been doing. And then wraps. We're at 3 1/4 to look for sure too. On that new net wrap I'm trying, I know it says what it suggests. I'll go 2 1/4 for now and just see. I'll see what that says though. Maybe we'll have to bump that up a little bit. Our pressure, I got set to 1,000 right at the moment. That's probably pretty good. I might bump it up though to like 1,200 and see how that works. I remember how to do that. There we go. Program enter. Hit enter again. Go down 1. There we go. I'm gonna hit enter. I'll bump that up to I think 1,200 for hay. That way we get nice tight bales. Now I go back. There we go. There we go. Now we're back to 1,200. And our bale counts, I should actually go through and reset. I'm gonna reset all these bale counts on all the letters so that this year I can keep track of them all. So again, I got all the bale counters zeroed out, and I put us back on bale counter A to start the year for first cutting. So everything in that monitor should be good to go. I'm gonna go check for sure how many wraps I wanna put on. And I ran the thing, just the PTO, just ran a little bit here, went up and down with the thing. So I think everything should be good to go. We'll of course have to get this parked back in the shop, go through and grease everything on the baler, and we did everything pretty much on the tractor. I think we're good to go on when Dad gets that washed up. I think we're gonna try and pull that in the shop. We're not gonna hook it on the 7110 yet because the 7110's got a seal leaking on the PTO. We just happened to notice now that we got everything washed up, and we can see where there's oil leaking from, and it's coming out of the PTO, and it's a seal that we can't change without pulling the entire PTO out of the back of the tractor. So we're actually gonna have the dealer do that just because there's some special tool you need for the clutch packs in it or something they were saying. So rather than us try and do it and make a big mess, and we're just gonna take it to the dealer and have them do it, and they can pull it out and change everything, and should be able to get that back here by early next week, so then we can get ready to start cutting hay, which I think we might do the end of next week. So here you can see what I'm talking about. There's a nice little puddle of oil underneath there, and that's just coming out of this bottom 540 PTO. So there's a seal that goes inside there, and so evidently that's leaking. The top one's still fine, but the bottom one there just needs to replace. And apparently this top seal you can change without pulling the PTO. You can do it from out here. This bottom one you have to go on the inside to replace it. So figures this would be the one that would leak on us, so we can't change it ourselves easily. Okay, it's Sunday here. I'm gonna actually take the 7110 in to the dealer so they can replace that seal here sometime this week. But that'll probably be the end of this video. Stay tuned for next week. We might actually start cutting hay here by the end of this week if all goes well. So make sure you hit subscribe and come watch next week's video for a little bit of hay action. If not, it'll be the week after that for sure. We'll have plenty of hay content by then. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.